really get to talk about as much as I would have liked to and everyone else would have liked to, but it's a brilliant statement that these things that we write, or that anything that is written, the language, even if it's spoken for that matter, is kind of like creating a deity. I mean, to the point of almost, worshiping it, or that the word itself is self-creative, like the way that we think of God sometimes, depending on what religion you are, is that, God kind of came from nowhere and created everything. Well, it's kind of like that with words, like, where did language really come from? Who knows? There's a lot of theories about, well, it started here, you got Proto-Indo-European, and then, it just blah, 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 it all comes out and there's language, but where did language really come from? And then when we use a word, that word creates other meanings, or creates other words, because you say one word, and that brings up tons of other words associated with that word. And by putting words together, we create these mini momentary events in time where words create other words and other meanings than just what's in themselves. And I just think that's beautiful and brilliant, because that's what language is. That's what art is. When you do a painting, it's not that painting, it's its own world and just a framing of that moment of that world. It's absolutely fascinating. So I've been thinking about that since class today. I just thought that was beautiful, and I went and talked to the professor afterwards because I wanted to get some poetry because of what he was talking about in class, and now I need to find a voice. He and I talked about this on Monday night, and I need to work on that, and poetry is one way to do that, and he and I talked about this, and so I really want to be able to feel that sense of, I don't want to say control, but participation with words and this momentary deification of meaning through words. And I just sorry, I always say and just all the time. I don't mean to. I don't have many words in my spoken vocabulary as I do with my writing vocabulary, but it's brilliant. You have to agree that is a brilliant statement. Momentary deities, how the Greeks thought of words. I think that's why our fiction falls so flat a lot of the time, in our poetry and everything else that we do, is we don't have a respect for words that way. Words are just a means of communicating information, especially with the internet and textbooks and texting and instant messaging and all the different kind of communication forms that we have nowadays. Words really don't have meaning other than information transference between each other, which is really sad. It's really disrespectful to what language can and is, what language can be and is, and it's disrespectful to ourselves and not allowing language to be part of our lives and something that we work with and communicate with, in a sense. I wrote a paper about this for Rice's class today about language and how people say language is dead when really we're the dead ones, and language is something that is unattainable, but something like art that we participate with, that exists outside of ourselves. And when language changes, it's not because language is changing, but it's because the way that we are using the language changes. It has nothing to do with the language itself. It has to do with us and what we're doing with it. And I feel like this statement really goes along those same lines, that words are these beautiful moments in time that encapsulate creation and meaning and everything, and we need to be respectful of that and want to be part of that in order to make words become something for us in our writing. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was amazing. Sorry I didn't put up a video yesterday like I said I was going to. That's all I have to say. There was nothing to film or talk about yesterday. I had work, I went home, I slept a little, didn't feel well, and so you didn't get anything. So sorry. I know I said I was going to do a vlog every day this week, but fell short. Hopefully the rest of the week will be good, because I'll be reading a lot of this poetry and stuff, so I'll probably have stuff to talk about. And alright, heading home with the traffic, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Cars, 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 cars. Why are we going so freaking slow?